Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today, I want to talk to you about Record Store Day, Black Friday 2023. I can't believe we're already here again. It's coming up, and in April, the Record Store Day was truly amazing, one of the best. The selections for Record Store Black Friday are a little more subdued, but there's still some really great music. And I'm going to be showing you a sneak peek of 3 amazing releases that will be available for Black Friday from the Elemental Music label. A little bit later in this video, I'm also going to talk to you about Walmart, the Black Friday selections for vinyl records. I got a little bit to discuss there, so stay tuned for that. But first, let me show you these 3 amazing releases from the Elemental Music label. They sent them to me to listen to enjoy, to show on my channel. I did not get paid to show them, but I do get to keep the records, which delights me to no end because these are records I would truly want for my record collection. So let's go ahead and get started with one of my favorites, Bill Evans. Anytime there is a Record Store Day release of Bill Evans, I am all on it, and this one is no different. Bill Evans' Tales. This is a recording from the summer of 1964 in Copenhagen, and beautiful sound quality, amazing record. I really do enjoy this. It's 1 LP, and I have enjoyed the Elemental Music label and their Bill Evans releases in the past. This is the hype sticker. It gives some really great information. It is never before released from Bill Evans in Copenhagen in 1964. And it is also a limited edition 180-gram vinyl, and the audio transferred from the original master tapes and mastered by Bernie Grundman. Original tape reels, I should say, and mastered by Bernie Grundman. And I will tell you, this record sounds absolutely incredible. And Bill Evans is in top form, and he performs with Chuck Israels as well as Larry Bunker. Chuck Israel is on bass, and Larry Bunker is on the drums. And Chuck Israels is taking the place of Scott LaFaro. Bill Evans and Scott LaFaro worked beautifully together, and sadly, Scott LaFaro died in a car accident, which left Bill Evans absolutely devastated. But Chuck Israels came in and did a fantastic job with Bill Evans after that. Now, I also want to give wonderful credit not to just the Elemental Music label, but to Zev Feldman, because he has been finding these treasures of recordings of these amazing jazz artists. He also gets a lot of credit for this beautiful booklet that comes with this release. Really incredible. What makes it so special, he writes the foreword of it. Zev Feldman writes the foreword, but he also took just some excerpts from some interviews he did. First with Chuck Israels, who I believe is still with us at 87 years old, and Larry Bunker's widow, Brandon Bunkers, also shares her memories of the Bill Evans trio here. And wow, incredible photography. The photography is from Jan Persson, and I hope I pronounced that correctly. Great pictures, great information from Chuck Israels, from Brandon Bunker, Larry's widow. And I really enjoyed reading all of this. So incredible. The music is fantastic. And of course, there's a beautiful rendition of Waltz for Debbie on here, My Foolish Heart, How My Heart Sings. What makes this release really special, it features Evans' only known version of I Didn't Know What Time It Was and a previously unissued live version of Round Midnight from 1969. So there's a lot of great Bill Evans music on here. It's 1 LP. Sounds incredible. I really highly recommend, if you love jazz music and you love piano playing, you're going to love this. It comes in a polylined sleeve, all the bells and whistles, and it is a fantastic release. And next up, I'm going to show another one of my favorite jazz artists. Chet Baker. This is Chet's Choice. It came out in 1985 on the Crisscross Jazz label, now reissued from the Elemental music label. The sound quality on this is also stunning, just like the Bill Evans release. It's really good. It is one of the better Chet Baker later recordings from 1985. You know, he tragically died in 1988. He fell out of a window of a hotel, and from what I read, the story goes, he had locked himself out of his hotel room, and instead of going downstairs and getting help, he saw the door next to him was open, the room, so he went in there and tried to go from one balcony to his own and tried to get in his window and failed and fell and died. You know, he was just an amazing trumpet player, and it's so sad. He had such a hard life. Bill Evans had his addiction issues, and Chet Baker did too. Some of the most talented people suffer from this, and it's so sad. But this record and recording is a celebration. It's nothing to be sad about. It is so beautiful. And his trumpet playing is really great. And I'll tell you what makes this so magical. It is his way of playing with Philip Catherine, the guitarist on here. They are so in tune with one another, and it makes an absolutely beautiful performance. I read that they were performing together for so long that they were almost like telepathic with each other. They could read each other's minds. They knew each other musically very, very well. And if you love a guitar, a jazz guitar playing, along with Chet Baker's trumpet, my goodness, this is such a beautiful release. And it's really, really cool because it is the original record of 7 songs, and they also added 3 songs that were never before released on vinyl, and they also added some alternative takes, 5, and they're really, really interesting to listen to as well. On My Foolish Heart, Chet Baker sings beautifully. You know, he's one of those singers, he's not fancy. You don't think of Michael Bolton or of Mariah Carey when you hear his singing. He is just a straight up solid singer, a great conduit to the lyrics. You know, if you are familiar with the Chet Baker Sings album, you know what I mean. His voice is a little more mature, a little deepened on this, but it's still so good, and I enjoy it. He doesn't sing on most tracks, but on My Foolish Heart, it's really, really good. He sings, then he plays a beautiful trumpet solo. He finishes it out with singing again. I really love this. There's so many great songs on here. If I Should Lose You is wonderful. How Deep is the Ocean? The song Doodlin', y'all are probably familiar with that one. Love for Sale. It's a long song, but it's absolutely gorgeous on here. So good. And then there's alternate takes of those songs as well. Has a beautiful gatefold. This is 2 LPs. Now the Chet Baker is 2,300. There's going to be a limit of 2,300 copies of that one. The Bill Evans is 5,000. I love the hype stickers that Elemental Music, puts out. They are so informative, give great information. So if you're not familiar with the release, you can read it. You get a great idea of what it is. And the records are all polyline sleeves. This one is a 2LP version, and here is what the label looks like. This is a Chet Baker delight. I love having this. I like his early stuff, but I also love these later records from him. He had his battles, he had his demons, and yet he was such a talent. So next, I want to show you an amazing concert, one of the most revered live blues concerts of all time. I'm talking about John Lee Hooker live at Cafe A Go Go. It's pretty amazing. Muddy Waters talks about John Lee Hooker, calls him the killer, the champ. And if Muddy Waters thinks a lot of somebody, you gotta love them too. And John Lee Hooker, this is an amazing show. It is raw, it is ruckus, it is a slow blues grind. It's really an incredible concert, one of the most revered of all time when it comes to blues recordings. It's got an all-star lineup with John Lee Hooker, of course, on the guitars and vocals, Muddy Waters on guitar, Otis Spann. I love piano. I love a great pianist, and he was amazing, and he shines on this. It's so good. I love the way John Lee Hooker talks to the audience. This sounds great, and if you have a hard time finding blues records in clean condition, the originals, you're going to love the way this one sounds. It's got a really, truly atmospheric quality that makes you feel like you were there for the show. So, so good. And Otis Spann, oh my gosh, he shines on here. It's just an incredible lineup of songs. First off, we get I'm Bad Like Jesse James, a killer song. I also love Heartaches and Misery. So cool. One bourbon, one scotch, and one beer is incredible. And I Don't Want No Trouble is to die for. So this is another fantastic release from the Elemental Music label, a great way to build your blues collection. And I'll be honest with you, if it wasn't for the Elemental Music label, I wouldn't have hardly any blues in my collection because I don't see them here in Kentucky. And when I run into one occasionally, they're in terrible condition. So these are great ones to have. Another beautiful hype sticker telling you all about this. These are great releases for Record Store Day. I highly recommend all of them. They all sound good. They all provide great music. If you love piano playing, you're going to love Chet's Choice. And you're also going to love Bill Evans, of course, and the blues. Oh my goodness. They even made a retro label to honor Blues Way. Elemental Music did a great job on these releases. So if you're interested in them, look for them on Black Friday, Record Store Day. You're not going to be disappointed, and I am so honored to have them now in my collection. So now I want to talk to you about Walmart. Black Friday, every year in the last few years, they have done an incredible job with every record in the store being $15. And a few years ago, I was all over it. I have great memories. I was living in Colorado at the time. My husband had a business trip where he had to be somewhere for 3 months. It was during COVID, and I had to go with him. And I have great memories of going from every Colorado Walmart I could find just to look through their records and see what they had. These are just a few of the highlights of what I found a few years ago at Walmart for Black Friday for $15. Rush, 2112. An amazing sounding record. Now this one wasn't extremely expensive. It was $22.97, but I got it for $15. It's that direct metal mastering version. I love Rush, and I love that release. Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits. This one normally sold for $34.97. I got it for $15. 2 LPs on gray splattered vinyl. A total home run to have. I really enjoyed that. It was wonderful. I also was able to get a beautiful Stevie Nicks Greatest Hits and some of her most iconic live performances all on a 2 LP set. Absolutely incredible for $15. It normally sold for $30, so I got it for half price. This was normally $37.97. The Beatles won all of their #1 hits. And it's 2 LPs with posters. It's an incredible release. All of those records I bought for $15. I was so appreciative. Now, the last couple of years, I haven't went to Walmart for their Black Friday sales. I didn't feel like I needed anything, but I enjoyed listening to the viewers of my channel. A lot of you are retired, you're on a fixed income. Some of you are younger and in college, you're on a budget too, and you all loved getting these records for $15. I loved listening to you all tell me what you found. And I also enjoyed the vinyl videos where everybody was showing gleefully their $15 finds at Walmart. Well, this year, they announced again their $15 vinyl sale. And I went in to check out what they had. So I went to my local Walmart first, looked through their records, grabbed a few that I thought would be interesting. And then I saw their $15 records. And wah, wah. They had them stacked like the ones I'm just showing right now, like this. They weren't even in the pretty, some of them hold them like in a nice way where they're sitting up. These were just flat. The releases, there might have been 10. I didn't count. It was such a disappointment. They were $15, good deal if you want them. But it wasn't every record in the store like it has been for the last few years. It was Pearl Jam and Journey and The Grinch. And I mean, there just really wasn't, Jimi Hendrix was one of them too, but they just weren't what I was hoping for. I did take a few of the records that weren't with that big pile to see what else was available and have them scan them. And sure enough, all of the other records were scanning at regular price. Oh, and that was so disappointing because it breaks my heart for the people who watch my channel that love going to Walmart and paying just $15. It's heartbreaking to see that that might not happen this year. I could be wrong. I hope Walmart in the future, maybe for just a couple of days, will put every record they have on sale for $15. But so far, it looks like a very minimalist collection. And I was so disappointed to see that. Not that I needed anything from Walmart. I might have picked up a couple of things that I saw there. I'm not going to lie. They were pretty interesting for $15. Why not? But wow, the ones that are on sale, a lot of them are the same ones that were for sale last year. You know, nothing new and exciting. And that's so disappointing for my viewers and for people that make videos based on that Black Friday sale. I could be wrong. Maybe in the future, they are going to put out more. And maybe the entire stock will be $15. But for now, shame on you, Walmart. Now, maybe they're watching their bottom dollar too. But wow, in these economic times when people are really struggling, I would really love to see them come through and really help their customers out. So I'm hoping against hope, but man, is it not looking good. And I'm so disappointed with Walmart right now. I went to 2 different stores, checked out the selections, and I'm telling you, there's one particular record that is not on sale at all. And I'm just going to say they need to clearance that sucker out for $5 or less. And I'm talking about Adele. I think that record came out, is it 1 or 2 years ago now? Probably 2 years ago. And I love Adele. I do like a lot of her songs, and I need to get a couple of her earlier pressings. But I'll be honest with you, this latest record that she put out a couple of years ago, I didn't like it. I listened to it online. I could not get into it, and I don't like it. I like some of her early stuff. I don't like this album, and they printed a gazillion of them. And I must not be alone because sure enough, they are still sitting on the shelves. And why this particular Walmart I went to that had a gazillion of them did not put them in the clearance, I have no idea because wow, what a disappointment. So Walmart, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping you come through. But as for now, shame on you. I'm very disappointed because I love watching everybody get all of these cool records. I love hearing from everybody. And I just hope in the end Walmart does the right thing and marks all of the records down for dirt cheap for $15. So let me know what you think of that in the comments. Are you someone who's also disappointed with the sale so far? Let me know what you think of those record store day releases. They're very, very cool, and I highly recommend you checking them out. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.